Ms. Vimla, morning. Morning, Miss. We'll start in a few minutes. Sister Principal, shall we start the program now?
Yes, miss. Yes, yes.
Okay, sister. So over to you, Veena.
A fine morning to one and all. Jubilation is on. The Postgraduate and Research Department of English celebrates its Ruby Jubilee this year, and we are very proud to organize an array of events to mark this momentous occasion. Welcome to the official launch of the project GLOWE, English for Empowerment, organized by the Research and Postgraduate Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Irinjalakduda. Let us begin the session with a silent moment of prayer. Thank you. Let me invite the vivacious and competent head of the Department of English and the Dean of Arts, Dr. Asha Thomas, to sound the formal note of welcome. Over to you, ma'am.
Distinguished dignitaries on this virtual days. Dr. Sister Asha, Principal, St. Joseph's College Autonomous, Irinjalakduda. Dr. Radha Muralidharan, former Head, Department of English. Mr. Ram C. Menon, Director, Public Relations Council of India and Young Communicators Club Kerala Chapter. All other eminent guests, including Dr. Vimla Menon and my esteemed audience. Warm greetings of the day to you all. The calendar year 2021 is a celebratory year for us here at the department. We are celebrating 40 years of the birth of the English department and the rich legacy and traditions, as well as a glorious future that combines both the past and the present. We have organized year-long celebrations to mark this milestone under the title Jubilee de Rubis. And this day, 12th August, circa 2021, is a happy day, for we are launching an innovative management funded student initiative called GLOWE that aims at empowering women through English language. And I'm humbled and honored to be sounding the welcome notes on this momentous occasion, the launch of Project GLOWE. Our beloved principal, Dr. Sister Asha, who is here to offer her benedictions, is our very own Rock of Gibraltar. Her enthusiasm constantly motivates us and energizes us Josephites. A research guide in zoology, and blessed with a mellifluous voice, Sister is an ascetic who is a true daughter of Saint Mariam Thracia, the founder of the Congregation of the Holy Family. A humongous salute to you, dear sister, for playing a pivotal role in funding Project GLOW in this retiring year of yours. A gratitude filled, heartfelt, and happy welcome note to you, dear sister. Dr. Radha Muralidharan, former head, Department of English, is here to launch Project GLOW and is my friend, philosopher, and guide. She has been part of the Department of English for 33 long years, from 1975 to 2008, including 7 years as HOD. She has many feathers in her cap. I list out a few. Researcher of the Year in Arts 2001 and 2003, Teacher of the Year 2006, and First Reader of the College. While the English researchers ran after Eliot and Dickinson for their PhD studies, Dr. Radha chose to be different. She explored the concept of womanhood in Balamani Amma and Kamla Das, our very own poets. A teacher par excellence, and an excellent administrator. Her dedication to St. Joseph's is exemplary. She has been at the forefront of the NAC activities in the college in 2000 when the college went for its first accreditation. And even now, 13 years after she has retired, she has been part of the institution's journey to greater excellence. External expert in Scholars Summit, panelist in NAC sponsored seminar, external expert for the preparation of the SSR and the principal's presentation in 2018 and faculty project presentations in 2021. I would say she is the aptest person to launch Project GLOW, for it was under her initiative that she materialized the mission and vision of the department, which is English for Empowerment. She organized a series of department extension activities and where students and faculty from the department imparted communication skills to the faculty and students of the college, the nearby schools, and the local community. Dr. Radha, at that particular point of time, was passionate about imparting language skills to the Kudmashri workers of Alu Panchayat. This passion continues even today. She has promised to help me find learners for our extension activities this year from the locality. Dearest Miss, we in the department are trying our best to continue the rich traditions and examples left by our seniors. Let me welcome you, dearest Miss, most lovingly, with the largest bouquet of happy memories and good wishes. Welcome once again home, Dr. Rani. I now welcome Mr. Ram C. Menon, Director, Public Relations Council of India and Young Communicators Club, Kerala chapter. He is here to offer his felicitations for this new venture, GLOWE. His life's journey has been enriched by venturing onto different paths like advertising, accounts, and entrepreneurial activities, placements, marketing, management, and communication. His passion for treading untrodden paths keeps enriching him even now. In 1995, he was the co-founder of Impresario Events, the first ever event management firm in Kerala. He is the vice president of Can Serve, a support group for cancer survivors. He is president of the PCRI YCC Kerala chapter. Now, this is a national initiative to bring public relations and communications industry closer to college students. He's also involved in Beyond Books, an online platform that reflects on books, and Venture Wisdom, where he offers consultancy which deals with both profit and purpose. His current mission, very special, is to create 5 differently enabled entrepreneurs. Dear Sir, we are delighted to have you with us today for the launch and the felicitations. A very warm welcome to St. Joseph's College and the Department of English. A posse of welcome notes to very special people. Our vice principals, Sister Blessy and Dr. Sister Eliza, Dr. Sister Rose Baston, and Dr. Sister Christie, coordinators of the self-financing and BWOC sections, the heads of the other departments, other esteemed guests, a very fond welcome to you. A very, very special welcome to all the retired English faculty who have graced the occasion. Let me tell you on record that your constant support is our greatest strength. Divya Joby and Team GLOWE have proved to be a wonderful bundle of surprises and have really impressed me. Hearty welcome to you, dear students, and great success in your venture. A special welcome to Naina Francis, a PG student who made the event brochure. Welcome notes to all my wonderful and supportive colleagues in the department, especially Dr. Sajo and Miss Veena, who is here with me today in the department, and all the students, the UG, the PG, and the research students of the English department. Language is the apparel in which your thoughts parade before the world. One language sets you in a corridor for life, but when you learn 2 or more languages, it opens every door along the way. English is a stretch language. One size fits all. But the English language is always a work in progress, a roadmap to the future. Let's all glow with English. Best wishes and welcome once again to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Asha. Let me now invite Ms. Divya Joby, second PG student, and the project principal investigator to render a prelude to the project GLOWE. Over to you, Ms. Divya.
Good morning, all. Project GLOW is the brainchild of a group of linguistically live and practically oriented women of right reasoning, planning to empower oneself and the rest by innovative language training and life skill orientation. Abiding by our Department of English's vision, English for Empowerment, our activities focus on empowering the participants and help them glow both in career and life alike. E in the project title stands for English and Empowerment, and by the end of the project, we'll make sure all are equipped with good communication skills. Everyone grows, but not everyone gets to glow. This project, organized and supported by second year PG students of English language and literature, makes sure that every participant gets the opportunity to find their spark so that they can glow even in the darkest times of their life. GLOW is led from the spark initiated by myself, Divya Jobi, principal investigator, and co-investigators Febina Mary Jacob, Mariam Sandra Francis, Annette Jimmy, and Grace Philip. Today we are on wheels thanks to Annette Burgess, Divya Joseph, Siren Ashraf, Namita Suresh, and Juliet Joju, who joined us in this passionate journey to glow up everything possible. Our 10-member family actually has a secret 11th member, a private pride, a mentor, a class teacher, HOD, Dr. Asha Thomas, who guiding us from day one to present day with immense enthusiasm and a keen eye for detail so that everything looks seamless. Now, a big salute to CHF management for investing in our ideas. Without your support, today's event wouldn't be a reality. Now, about the activities of GLOW. Language Guide is a simple yet powerful program formulated for those who ambitions a deeper grip in English grammar and vocabulary. In this program, grammar lessons will be taught and proceeded according to students' progress in acquiring the knowledge. E4 is a specialized training for participants to improve the listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills in English. By improving these four skills, we help participants enjoy both English language and literature in a more relaxed manner with confidence, fluency, and accuracy. TED Speak focuses on developing the public speaking skills of students under training through a series of well guided coaching to develop and voice ideas with confidence. Through this program, participants will be trained to form ideas and efficiently structure them, and also master the art of public speaking, which is a very key tool to bring a powerful voice in today's society. Me Magazine is an anthology we hope to publish by students under training for creative writing. By focusing on the personal self of the authors, we expect to produce original, rich, and unique collection of contents that would attract the readers of a wide range. Now, a final activity. WebPals is a website which endeavors to bring out the creative ideas in literature and life, a medium which will act as an inspiring agent for empowering, encouraging, and enriching women. The contents published would range from women writing, women education, health, to English language learning and scholarship opportunities. I'll conclude with a final thought. What glows in you is special to us, and we would like to find light in it and warmth and spread the same with the world. So let's glow. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Divya. Dr. Sister Asha Teres, the principal of St. Joseph's College, has always been a tower of strength and support to all of us. With much pleasure, I invite Dr. Sister Asha Teres for the benedictory address. Over to you, Sister.
Thank you. Dignified resource persons, Dr. Radha Muralidharan, former head of the Department of English, Dr. Ram Menon, Director, Public Relation Council, India, Dr. Asha Thomas, HOD, Department of English, Ms. Vimala Menon, and other retired faculty and also present faculty members and my dear loving students. A warm good morning to one and all. This year is a remarkable year in the history of the Department of English. as the department is successfully completing its 40 fruitful years of educare. I wish you all a heartfelt Ruby Jubilee greetings and pray to God for the success of all your future endeavors. In connection with this Ruby Jubilee celebrations, the department has been executed a series of events, and an important event to which we are going to witness today is the project launch of our PG students. The college management has spent 10 lakhs in this academic year for the promotion of quality projects among faculty and students. It is indeed a moment of complacence when I present my goodwill and the blessings on the project launch of the PG students of English department, which is titled GLOWE. It was I was especially impressed by the project proposals, which include the generation of a language guide, enhancement of 4 skills of communication, and the development of a website. The institution is happy to patronize genuine project proposals like this, and I wish to see similar steps taken in this direction from the student community. As the institution indulges in quality educare aimed at empowering women through right steps and updation in curriculum, the students who are the stakeholders of learning have given the right response by coming up with such genuine and creative ideas that blend with their respective streams of learning. I congratulate the Research and Postgraduate Department of English under the able guidance of Dr. Asha Thomas, HOD, for coming up with such a wonderful project proposal. May God bless you to achieve your aims as you begin this academic endeavor. I wish you all the very best to our PG third semester students in the successful completion of Project GLOWE. I'm very happy to see Dr. Ram Menon, who is felicitating this project, and Dr. Radha Muralidharan, who is launching this event. On behalf of the institution, I extend our heartfelt gratitude. Once again, wishing you all a fruitful session ahead. Let me conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Now we are moving on to the core event, the official launch of the Project GLOWE. Department of English owns a rich legacy of 40 bountiful years. It has gone through the skillful hands of many stalwarts who had polished the department to the present finesse. We are really fortunate to have amidst us Dr. Radha Muralidharan, former head of the Department of English and a very vibrant academician, to launch the project GLOWE and the website Web Pulse officially. With much delight, I invite Dr. Radha Muralidharan to take us down the memory lane along these past 40 years and for the official launch of the project GLOWE and its website Web Pulse thereafter. Over to you, ma'am. Miss, you are muted. Kindly unmute yourself, please.
Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Can you see me?
Yes, miss. See you and hear you too.
Respected Principal, Reverend Dr. Sister Asha Therese, Mr. Ram Menon, Dr. Asha Thomas, HOD, my friend and former colleague, members of the faculty, my seniors, students, and all other online attendees of the meeting. I'm very happy, in fact, excited to launch the students' project through a virtual platform. An oldie launching a project to the world of techies. It's indeed a great moment for me. Thank you, Asha, for this honor and privilege. With every privilege comes a responsibility. And if you don't take up the responsibility, you will lose the privilege. So the responsibility of addressing the young teachers and students of the department also falls on me. And I happily take up that responsibility. This launching ceremony is organized in connection with the Ruby Jubilee celebrations of the Department of English. The department was there right from 1964 onwards with the inception of the college, but it became a full-fledged department in the year 1981 with the introduction of BA English. And this year is the 40th year. And that means 4 decades of facilitating women's empowerment through education. Ruby Jubilee. As you all know, the dazzling stone ruby is a symbol of passion and devotion. Leave aside the romance part of it. And as you celebrate this milestone, this is an occasion for the department to retrospect, to introspect, and remember our indebtedness to the management, to the founder principal, Reverend Sister Franco, who belonged to our own department, and also the long array of stalwarts, 2 principals among them, who went before us, because we realize our growth and success have been the result of their dedication and sacrifice. How passionately our predecessors worked, building not brick by brick, but cementing each brick with love and sacrifice. So I would say this Ruby Jubilee year is an occasion to honor the past and to take creative steps for a brighter future. A time to rededicate ourselves wholeheartedly to the cause of women's education and empowerment. This is also an occasion for the department to publicize where you stand today as a department. I understand your vibrant, enthusiastic, energetic HOD Dr. Asha and her vibrant team have many novel initiatives on the anvil. And I'm sure this year will be a year of literary extravaganza, inducing in both the students and the teachers a festive mood of literary bonanza, so that you will motivate the freshers who join the department and help them fall in line and amalgamate with the rich lineage of the department. 10 years from now, you will be celebrating the golden jubilee of the department. And I would say the department will be 50 years young and not 50 years old, because all the teachers at the time will be in the prime of their youth. Traveling back in memory lane, I still cherish fond, vivid, heartwarming memories of my seniors, the best people ever, how they groomed me to uphold the tradition and culture of the college when I joined as a fresher, still wet behind my ears. Many youngsters followed me, the last ones being Shali and Asha. Asha, the youngest of the new blood, and we all gelled well with the culture of the college. And now Asha is the last link of that chain, and she is the connecting link between the old and the new. With Asha's retirement, the department will be a young department once again, as it was in 1981. Now a word to the young teachers of the department. 10 years from now, you will be celebrating the Golden Jubilee, and the entire educational pattern would have changed by then. It is said that during the past 10 or 15 years, much changes have taken place in the educational scenario, more than the changes it took place in the last 100 years. So for you teachers, this Ruby Jubilee is a time to pitch for professional progress and boost your productivity so that you project the department in a better light after 10 years. For that, all of you must become professional teachers, professional professors. And for that, let me tell you some few tips. All of you must have a CPD of your own. What do you mean by CPD? Continuing professional development. Each teacher having a vision and a mission statement of her own. Many of you are already PhDs, I know, but when you will, others, those who have no PhDs, when will you be taking your PhD, first publication, second publication, national, international research papers, like that? You should have a workable plan and a timely annual revalidation, which will keep you abreast of the times. Another thing I want to tell you is to enroll in MOOCs. What is MOOCs? Massive open online courses and other professional development programs. You can establish contacts and connections with experts, professionals, join discussion forums, initiate discussions, participate in discussions, and discuss all the various professional issues. And I would like to see you actively participating in such literary discussions on the TV. And again, another thing I would like to tell you is that you get involved in action research. What is action research? It includes a wide variety of evaluative, investigative, analytical research methods, which are designed to diagnose the problems and weaknesses. And your very subject, English, is a gold mine. You need not hunt for any other research topic. The problems faced by the parents, by the students, by the teachers, all these you can choose as your topic of research. And again, you publish your work. Whatever your findings are, you publish. Publication is very, very important because publication makes you a real original contributor. And when you publish your work, what happens is dissemination of knowledge. Dissemination means spreading knowledge. And NAC always insists on that, spreading knowledge. And again, you know, I'm actually a regular reader of Albert Pratt. And what he says is that in India, there is a craze for degrees and insistence on higher qualifications. So teachers of India are highly educated, but highly unproductive. All of you should become productive professional teachers. That is my wish. And a lot of changes are going to take place in the arts and science colleges. Professorship is already introduced in many universities. I mean, universities have already got professors, but now many universities have introduced professorship in the arts and science colleges in Kerala, I understand. So it's going to be a selection post. And so when it is a selection post, it means that your promotion is based on your productivity and on your performance. And all of you, all the members of the faculty must become professors. That is again another wish. Dear teachers, one more thing I want to tell you, as you climb your professional ladder, never ever forget your fundamental duty, which is to teach, which is to impart holistic education to your students as envisioned by the foundress of the congregation, Saint Mariam Theresia. You just provide the students with a fertile soil. Just give them the good clay. And when they leave the institution, they will reap a good harvest. Now, coming to the students, a big hi to all of you, my dear students, and please accept my Ruby Jubilee greetings. Let me ask you a question. Where will you all be in 2031 when the department celebrates its Golden Jubilee? Any idea? I'm sure all of you would have left the institution, graduated and post-graduated from here, and you can visit the department and the college as the chief guest for Golden Jubilee, isn't it? You dream high. Yes, you dream high. And you also would have become career women, you would have become wives and mothers. But let me tell you, I would say you first choose a career, get yourself placed in a career of your choice, and then only think of setting up your family. Many of you are here by chance, or many of you are here by choice. And whatever said and done, you have opted for English, which is the main subject of study. And I would say it is the best tool for your survival in the job market nowadays. You can hone your skills. The department offers you umpteen opportunities. And nowadays, when you think of the challenges faced by the job seekers, you find education has become a burden for many students, because education does not lead to employability. There is a great mismatch between what is given and what is needed. You find an MA in Sanskrit guarding the gates of a law college, or an MBA working as a bus conductor. All these are examples to tell you that a mere academic degree is not going to take you anywhere. You have to improve your skill sets and your communication skills, your interpersonal skills, your comprehension skills. All these should be improved. And herein comes the importance of your projects. When I think of your projects, let me first place on record my appreciation for the management for providing the seed money and incentivizing the students to undertake research. I'm very much impressed by the title GLOWE, G-L-O-W, then E. E standing for English for Empowerment, which is the motto of the department, and offering you a lot of chance to glow and gleam and shine through this innovative English language teaching program. A website also is going to be launched shortly, and through that, you can communicate to the world outside. So what it means is that English is being taken out of the campus, and when you undertake these projects, you actually enhance your group skills, and through cooperative learning and teamwork, you get enough chance to glow. I'm reminded of the spurt of activities English department undertook in the year 2006. Asha has already mentioned about it, but yet I would like to say that we had many programs, and we included the slow learners of Government Boys High School Irinjalakduda, then the homemakers of Alur Grama Panchayat, and then the housewives of Shanmukam Canal Base. And many students were actively involved in these projects. But what happens with our students is that after some time, their initial enthusiasm wanes and they start dropping out. I hope it doesn't happen in your case. And one student stood with the department till the very end, and she was the main contributor. And I remember her name so well. She is Anushree of second year BA English. And years later, I met her at the town hall in Irinjalakduda. And there was a mega event going on. I don't remember what it is actually, but there were so many programs, competitions, then exhibitions of indigenous products, etc., etc. And spotting me from the crowd, Anushree came running to me with a file in her hand. And she was so happy to meet me. And she told me that she is the general convener and the main organizer of these programs. And she also said the departmental activities boosted her self-esteem and it added her confidence. And that was indeed a very gratifying moment for me. Children, you should remember that nothing worthwhile comes easy. Various opportunities are floated by the department, and you have to grab these opportunities and make your subject a valuable tool for survival. And India being a country with a multilingual, multicultural, pluralistic milieu, English is a must for survival within and without. And as you pursue new knowledge through these projects, you get exposed to varying skills and you realize your own broader capabilities because you have ventured from the classroom text-based focus. Students, don't think that this pandemic has got a negative block on your success. Let me repeat my oft-quoted piece of advice to the students. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So shake off your general inertia and usually you find a lethargy which has gripped the campuses of Kerala. You have to toughen your skills. You have to toughen yourself, adapting yourself to the new normal and make this new normal a better normal by recalibrating your focus from face-to-face learning to new digital innovations, whereby you will be improving your communication skills and thus you will not be any longer a member of the bandwagon of mediocrity, because now there is no place for mediocrity. Only people are after excellence, only excellence. So excellence is the watchword. So years later, when you grow old, you can tell your children that your St. Joseph's days were the halcyon days of your youth, where you learned the ethical values of light, life, and love, along with honing your other skills which are important in your daily life, family life, and also in your professional life, because St. Joseph's offers you enough opportunities to bring out your hidden and unused potential. And with these words, I formally launched the projects and I also launched the website.
Yes, so now it's time to launch our project GLOWE. Ma'am, I request you to officially launch the project now.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Ms. Dr.
Just
Radha
one word.
Muralidharan? Yes,
Just
yes,
one
ma'am.
word. I'm very happy to be a part of this kickoff ceremony. Thank you. Thank you. Best wishes to all the students and teachers. Best wishes. God bless you.
Ma'am, we have the website launched too now.
Okay, okay.
Web
So that
card.
also I must click. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish to add that this is entirely created by Team GLOWE. Hats off to you girls. They learned it, how to do it, and they did it. Great. Hats off. Community.
Thank you, ma'am.
So that is that. I'm happy that both the launching of website and the project both are over smoothly, no glitches, no hitches in between. Thank you. Congratulations to all the participants and all the researchers and all the project, the students who are undertaking the projects. My best wishes and prayers. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have amidst us a towering personality, Mr. Ram Menon, Director of Public Relations, Council of India, Young Communicators Club, Kerala chapter. With much pleasure, I invite Mr. Ram Menon to felicitate the event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Miss Veena. Reverend Sister Dr. Asha Teres, Dr. Radha, former HOD of the college, and I think before going to the next person, I said it because when I was listening to Dr. Radha's about Dr. Radha from Dr. Asha Thomas, I think it reminds me a teacher always continues to be a teacher in some way or other way. So I think I am rather blessed to be here to listen to Dr. Radha and Dr. Asha Thomas, HOD of St. Joseph's College in Irinjalakduda, faculty members of English and other departments, and students of St. Joseph's College, especially I think the literature students, second year, I think post graduation, and team GLOWE. Greetings to you on the Ruby Jubilee. I'm sure I think I'm going to hear more of, like Dr. Radha said, gold, platinum, diamond, and a lot of jubilees are going to come up. I'm all looking forward to that. Thank you for first inviting me to felicitate. And Dr. Asha has said, okay, I can speak for 15 minutes. Okay, so I would be grateful if you tell me if I'm crossing that 15 minutes limit. But then I would like to look at in three parts here. Probably I'll talk about English and then talk about public speaking, looking at the GLOWE contents or GLOWE, I would say, tools here, and then go into the final, my concluding words. I'm happy to be another set of Josephites today because I was with St. Joseph's College, Devagiri, yesterday evening. They have a Young Communicators Club, so every Young Communicators Club have every month there's a monthly program. So the August month program was yesterday. So I was there with them and happy to be back with another set of Josephites here. Well, I feel first I should congratulate the entire GLOWE team for bringing such practical tools. I have, in my experience, I would say, I have been associated with MAD. I think some of you must have heard about it. MAD, Make a Difference. Yeah, they were mostly in Cochin. And instead of two youngsters have started actually, and they were going to schools and orphanages and teaching the students English. But I have collaborated also with them. Like I used to work closely with the Don Bosco institutions, and in fact, some of my mentors are still there, like Dr. Joe Fernandez. So in fact, we brought in Don Bosco and MAD. And maybe now MAD is, I think, not very active. In fact, I don't get to hear from them much. And then Dr. Asha said about this. In fact, I mentioned about MAD to her. And I said, I'm happy that, okay, St. Joseph's Irinjalakduda is coming with this initiative. And one thing I noticed, because you are actually situated in, I would say, of course, Kerala doesn't have any more villages. I think it's all, major towns like that. So you're a major town, I think, and it's surrounded by, I think, a lot of places where students are aspiring to learn languages, especially English. So there, in fact, I think one place where Dr. Radha was mentioning Alur, in fact, my good friend Dr. Chakochan was there. I met him in '92, and that's the first time I'm hearing about a place called Alur. So, place like that, I'm sure definitely have a lot of this thing. See, I all along I've studied in Malayalam medium from first standard to 10th standard, and when I went to Trivandrum, when my father got a transfer, and I joined the best of the government school called Model School. There are, I think, only 4 Malayalam mediums, and rest of them are English mediums. And I had a tough time, because students speak very rarely, but that happened in model school, that most of the students speak English there. I had really a tough time. But somehow I think I managed, because school is basically, I think, where I think you have kind of regimentation and all, so it is somehow I moved. Then I went to college, arts college, for my pre-degree. And again, another government college was the best of the college there in Kerala, arts college, where the best of students who gets from St. Joseph's School, Loyola School, all joined there. And another experience, I think, in Malayalam, I would say, I think all of you here are in Malayali. So, രാവിലെ ഇവർ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ തുടങ്ങുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് വന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് കടുക് വറക്കണ പോലെയാണ്. I can't make out anything of that. So, there, in fact, one of my friends called, I still remember him, Anand. Anand is the one who encouraged me, first you read, you write, and then speak. Maybe you'll have to do it all the three parallelly, so that you could learn. But I still hold that I think that was the greatest advice I could get from my own classmate, where learning from. So that is one thing. Also, YCCs. I'm here because of, I think, thanks to Asha ma'am, for presenting Public Relations Council of India, which she has already told about, the largest fraternity of public relations and communication professionals in the country. And the Young Communities Club is actually an initiative, a national initiative, which the Kerala's started probably in March with the Sacred College Devira in Ernakulam, a Young Communicators Club, bringing closer the students as well as the industry. At the same time, the communication is the learning, and everything is also part of it, because some of the chapters are now, I think they are actually organizing courses like spoken English, and which is very need of the hour, I think, things like that. So I must congratulate the entire, I think, the all women team here with the GLOWE. When I was reading about the GLOWE part of it, actually, I probably say I started learning about grammar when I was in my pre-degree, when the first year started reading the big book of Wren and Martin, and I still look at it sometimes now. But then I'm sure, I think now the times have changed, I think. So it's a good initiative. Maybe I think it is not maybe Wren or Martin. I think a lot of other tools have come, and you have all those things like I read, write, speak. I think when I was looking at all you have all those things like your TED Speak, you have your I think me online magazine, then I would say the Webpal. I think all these conventional things are actually I think with the modern tools, in fact. And I still one sentence, in fact, when I say GLOWE, this being linguistically alive and practically oriented women. Brilliant sentence. Brilliant. And I'm sure, and wonderful. I have a slight suggestion in this. Okay, maybe I don't know whether you can accept it or not, but then okay, it's only a suggestion. This GLOWE, I think if in your later, if you're making a proper font and all, make the E capital. GLOWE. Maybe okay, that still the advertising guy in me is active. Maybe that's the reason for suggesting it when I saw it. GLOWE. And make the E is actually, it's actually, I was listening to it. It is English for empowerment, English to empowerment, anything can be. So that E can be capital. It's a suggestion. Okay, it's only a suggestion. So like that I was telling on that part of it, actually. And one particular thing I could remember is the public speaking. I'm sure it's need of the hour. It is not that okay, Maidana Prasangam. I think when you are even participating, I have been rejected by many of the companies when I was looking for a job in group discussions, in popular terms called GD, because I was not able to speak well at that time. Okay, then I stopped all this job hunting. Then I knew, okay, advertising is going, it's in me. So that's why I joined in advertising, starting of my career. Then, okay, I got into a job. And then, in fact, after working, Dr. Asha said, okay, I have been keep changing my, I would say, the growth path. And after 4 years, then I went to, I wanted to know what is, sales and marketing. But then I wanted to do a contemporary thing. So that's why, in fact, I applied for an IIT, the first computer education in the country, and I joined an IIT as a placement as well as a promotion executive. And I have an experience where it's very interesting. When your TEDx, probably, right, TED Speak would be, I think, supplementing that in the coming days. I was asked to do a presentation why a student should take a computer course. I'm talking about 1988, where I think there's hardly anybody knows a computer. But I know, because NIT's main this thing is students. So I have been, and the first college, my immediate boss has given me St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam. I'm right. So the first time I'm getting suited and booted and all, like with a tie, and we have a uniform, white shirt and grey pants, and went there. And I was greeted by Reverend Sister Emmeline. She was a principal, another mentor of mine. I'll tell you when I say how she became my mentor. And she's the one. And it's a big auditorium and around 800 odd students, all girls students. And those times we never had this PowerPoint and all those stuff. Actually, we had the OHP, overhead projector. I think Dr. Radha and Asha ma'am will recognize that. So we used to, the projector we used to bring in, and then we have a transparency, and we have a pen. We used to write it and then project it to the screen. Now, okay, with the one touch, I think everything is visible. So I have all those things. I have learned that also. I would say partially I've learned. Even though I pleaded to my boss, okay, I'm not still yet ready. But then he said, no, learning is by doing, so go. So that's how I went there, and to college, and I was a great welcome and all. Like Asha ma'am said, Asha ma'am, thank you. I've never, it's my first time in my experience that, okay, somebody reading out my whole biodata. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of welcome, like, the union chairman of that, union chairperson of St. Teresa's College said, I came, there was a mic, and I was all prepared. That's what I was telling my mind. And Sister Emmeline handed over a mic, a cordless mic. Those times, cordless mic was rare, and it was very expensive also. And sister, give me a cordless mic. And now we start. And I think I've started speaking, but then I could only see, I think the girls in front of me are all listening, and then the paper rockets have started coming to me. I don't know what is happening. Then I realized that, okay, my lips are moving, but then there's no voice coming out. And that is actually a kind of thing happened. Then I started sweating, I think probably. Those times, I think it was like, the polyester, actually. Polyester is actually the kind of fabric, and then, what happens when it sweats, and it was miserable, actually. Miserable. And I couldn't, after 5 minutes, in fact, I handed over the mic to Sister Emily. Sister, no, I can't do that, actually. And I think probably I will do it in another time. But then, Sister Emily, that's one of the turning points in my life. Sister Emily said, no, you are not going anywhere, because I have invited you. You need to finish this and then go. And you can. Go. I'll get a glass of what you like to have. I said, okay, in this kind of occasions, I will have chaya. So she got me a cup of chaya, and then she asked me to take a few deep breaths. I said, how can I go? See, look at my shirt, and I don't have a spare. Don't worry. You go only in the same way. Don't change at all. So after my chaya, after around 7 minutes break, I came, and I could complete that. I wouldn't say, okay, it's just an average presentation, I would say. But then that was a turning point in my, I would say, public speaking. It was not for Sister Emmeline, I would have been sitting and talking to all of you like this. And also I have this thing, after 10 years, I was invited to the same college by, I think, Sister Digna. There's a Sister Digna trophy for intercollegiate debate competition. Look at that. I'm judging and debating competition 10 years back. In fact, it was miserable when I was speaking. But then that's how. In fact, and Sister Emily was not then that time a principal, but she was there, and she couldn't recognize me. But then after I got down from the stage after declaring the results, actually, then I told her, I think I owe it to you, sister. So she gave me a benevolent smile. I said, keep the good thing going. That's what she said. So I always use that word particular sentence. So that's why I said she became my mentor, right? Okay, later on there was, I think, so it is all that's what I said. Okay, I don't think anybody without a mistake, even with a single mistake, they start to speak. Well, no, I don't think, I have never seen. So I think while you are learning to speak, or anyone learning to speak and make a mistake is, I think, natural. This is, I think, one of the, I think, where I think that TED Speak, TED Speak is actually going to do like that. Of course, I think the earlier, I think, like the Winston Churchill, I think public speaking is, I think, gone. I think while we were students, we were taught there's a guide, the Winston Churchill guide to public speaking, but I think that is probably not. I think oratory is, I think, is actually very limited to certain areas. I think the plain speaking, simple plain speaking, and I think now it's all storytelling, I believe. I think, we in our communication industry, we utilizes that quite a lot. The simple, I think that is one of the reasons there are a lot of public speakers now, and I'm glad, like, because many people who were not confident because of they are not an orator, or they are not able to speak like an orator. I told as a ma'am, I'm not actually conventionally പ്രാസംഗികൻ അല്ല, എനിക്ക് പ്രസംഗം പലപ്പോഴും പറയാൻ അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ. അപ്പൊ എൻ്റെ ഒരു സിമ്പിൾ പ്ലെയിൻ സ്പീക്കിംഗ് ആയിരിക്കും, അത് പറ്റുമോ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ ഡോക്ടർ ആശ പറഞ്ഞു, no, go ahead, whatever way you would like to speak, please speak. That's what he said. Thank you for that encouragement. The third actually leg I am coming to that is actually where English literature, like the career. I did my degree in University College Trivandrum, where the best of the teachers were, I think, those times, I think. I wanted to take English language. I don't know, maybe because all along my pre-degree, because I had a feeling that I'm not good in English, so I need to learn English. So even though I had good, even my pre-degree, wherever somebody could speak, I don't know. I think probably Dr. Asha and Dr. Radha could recognize this person called Shankara Menon, who had Menon and Krishnan, tutorial. Those times we call it parallel college. So he was Oxford. He was an Oxford graduate and all, like. So when he comes to Trivandrum, once in a week to a Victory College, I used to go and listen to him, like. So probably the Oxfordian English I probably used to speak, like when you say, he corrected me. Like when you speak, it is not petrol, he said petrol. So like I think those kind of English has, I think, probably gone. Probably, I think so. But then that was a reason, in fact. But I couldn't get an admission because those times University College had the best of the students. I mean, top ranked students in terms of mark gets into English. And many of my batchmates are actually now civil service officers, and some of them have gone to teaching profession like yours. Some of them are HODs, and some of them are, become principals now. But I got into economics, and I used to go, and because many of my friends, pre-degree friends, are there, so I used to go and sit in Dr. Ayyappa Panikar's class. Dr. Ayyappa Panikar writes in Malayalam and teaches in English. So, of course, the late ONV Kurup sir, he was also good, but he was in the Malayalam department. But I used to go and speak, to sit in those class, probably could learn something from there. And Dr. Narendra Prasad, late Narendra Prasad, who was actually a teacher and later on become a very big actor. And he did, actually, for my pre-degree, he was the one who, who took my composition class. In fact, I still remember one of the first. I said I can't write English properly, so he the first I think assignment he gave me: go home, write a love letter, and come back. That's what Dr. Narendra Prasad, late Narendra Prasad. And the next day, I brought in. He read it actually in public. The whole class read it, and he said, "I don't think you can never love a girl. If this is the way you're going to write, you will scare off her." So I still remember, like, so we actually, so somehow these all, I think, made me, wanted to learn English. I think I'm still learning. I'm still a long way to go. I'm still learning English. Each time now, even today, now I listen to Dr. Radha, the way she speaks, the way she structures her sentences, it's all something, to learn. Now, when it comes to career, earlier when I was telling BA Literature English, at those times when we were studying, do your BA, get into your MA, become a college lecturer, or actually get into secretariat as a clerical job, or get into maybe, if you're too good, you can prepare for civil service and go into that. These are the only careers were there actually. And economics were slightly better. We probably can go to bank and, all those places, like, in those times, insurance and banking were actually the most sought after careers. Now it is not that much anyway. I think it has come down. But now I would say, the unlimited range. And especially this range is because of the internet. Internet made, I would say, now a literature student is actually sought by everyone. In fact, in my organization, many a time when the people apply, my colleagues said, okay, there is somebody who's actually did English. Can we take her? I said, English, because we need someone to write. We need to have content. Now, content is actually the king. Earlier, it was the consumer is the king. Now it's relevant. Content is the king. So the first thing, I think probably, I don't know whether Dr. Asha or Dr. Radha probably belong to that particular tribe. But then I think the younger ones here, if you want to buy anything, what do? You just go and take the phone and get into Google and look at the review, right? So now you look at everything is content. So there are a lot of opportunities. Earlier, I would say, like, maybe when you pass English, you can become a librarian, you can become a lecturer, like that only. Now it is like, there are everywhere you need. I would say the entertainment industry, which I am part of it actually, is actually utilizing the writing, somebody who can write well. I mean, when you say write well, it is not necessary, okay, you like the Oxfordian English, or then I would say Shakespearean English. No, simple, but understand. And maybe sometimes I would say some kind of trendy words actually, depending on the need of that particular job. So you have a content writers, you have a content manager, you have a content developer. Quite a few are there, even in terms of content. Then when you take to journalism, when you go to journalism, there are a lot of journalism, actually, I would say, explosive opportunities. Quite a few opportunities. There are also, I think, a lot of online channels. Every newspaper has now an e-paper now. I think very few of you will be, I'm talking about the students out here, they will be reading probably a kind of a printed newspaper. Printers actually is not very popular. So with the e-paper, then they also have an online version. The power of, I will tell you, tell you like 1 minute and tell you this power of this thing. Yesterday morning, we have an annual, my company, I have an annual pageant called Miss Kerala. In fact, one of your runner-ups was in your college student long back. So I have actually written, we have just announced it, so I wanted to get into a press release. So when you give it to Manorama, it will take minimum 24 hours time. I give it to Manorama, and the same thing, I just send it to Manorama online. 10:30 I sent to Manorama online. 11:30, I'm getting this is the one which is being published. Hardly 1 hour. Look at that. And I have to wait for 24 hours today to see that actually in the print. So, there are a lot of opportunities in online, and that's about, I'm talking about journalism is much more than, if you look at it, some of the people who probably like NDTV, Barkha Dutt. I think most of you have seen Barkha Dutt, actually, very bold journalist, in fact. She has now, after she said enough of her journalistic career, conventional journalistic career, she started a content management company. And she hired quite a few girls. In fact, I had an opportunity to speak to her 2-3 months back, and she was telling, like, Ram, you give me someone from Kerala. I want to have people from Kerala. I'm getting from North. I said, I don't know how Kerala girls are now becoming bolder. So maybe they have, the language is not this thing. Don't worry about the language. If they are bold and courage, I will have them. Look at that. So this is how it changed, actually. A lot of opportunities like content management, and then comes to I would say public relations council, public relations. I'm representing Public Relations Council of India here. Public relations. There are quite a few public relations companies where content is actually very important. Without content, a PR manager, the conventional PR man has gone. You have a diary and kind of that man is gone now. You don't see that jobs anymore. Without content, a PR guy is actually, I would say, whoever it's a girl or a boy, whoever it is, not effective. Right? So content is where. So when PR also, like any conventional, they have actually a marketing and sales department, a content management department, and I think much more than probably journalism, public relations have more opportunities for English graduates, I would say that way. Graduates or postgraduates, whoever it is. And the third part is actually when it comes to advertising. When I started convening, it's only the copywriter. Only the copywriter we have actually who writes a copy. We call it actually body copy, what you see as the text in the advertisement. Copywriter. But then here now all ad agencies have in fact a separate division for creating content. And one of my friends who is running an ad agency, he used to tell, he tells me in his content generation department there are 12 people, and he has only 6 staff other than that. I mean, is creative and all those things. So look at that. Where is the 6 is actually in the conventional advertising part. I mean, artists and rest of things, marketing and sales and all those. But then there are 12 people who are actually to generate content, and mind you, it's all youngsters. All youngsters, all are actually in the age group of, say, I would put it as 18 to 25 range, like that. Ma'am, am I crossing the time limit?
Sir, you can take about
Let me know
10
if I'm
minutes.
crossing the time limit. Give me a warning
Sir,
so that
yeah. Sir, you can take 10 minutes more.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
So then comes, that's about public relations side. Then advertising. All these industries have changed actually by when it came to content. I would call it we generally call it like a mass communication. And mass communication is actually opened up for the last 10 years. It's going to be opened up. I would say mass comm has really grown thanks to pandemic. We don't like I would say COVID and all those tips. For example, one of the industries is badly hit is our industry, entertainment and event management. Travel, tourism, and all those things. When travel and tourism hits, it hits us actually. But then, I think to me personally, if I say, I actually learned, I would say, the power of the content and influencer content once the pandemic is over. Because I had free time, so that because our company has only limited events, we have only online events, but online events are still not popular in India. So I think quite a few time, which I thought I'll put into this thing. That's how I promote a young communicators club in Kerala's colleges. In fact, we are 13. I think, and with your help of Sajo and Mr. Sajo and Asha ma'am, I think soon, I think I would be happy if I can have a chapter in your college also with Young Communicators Club. So where you see, it's all online now. And look at that. Every second day, I get inquiries that, can you give me a person, or can you give me two people who can write well? You can write well in the sense, it is not, I say, that's not the Shakespearean or kind of English, normal English, and or somebody who can, translate. There are a lot of opportunities that way. And in the last 1 year, I have personally known 18 people personally known to me have started content management companies. As a content management, I'm not talking about digital marketing. Digital marketing, quite a few. And digital marketing also needs a lot of... I have a friend called Bini, who was actually earlier with the Asianet News. He has a company called Buy World, BI World. He called me today morning, actually. He needs 3 people today. I mean, 3, 1 guy and 2 girls who can write good content, because they have, clients like Chennai Metro, Kochi Metro, and like that. So look at that. Quite a few opportunities are there in that particular world also. So the industry as such grown, I'm sure. Okay, I don't know now the current trend. I'm talking about all of you are actually, the students part, all of you are actually, I think, all millennials, I would say, right? All born 80 or after 80. And they generally don't like us, probably. Okay, I probably an exception, I would say. I maybe have some millennial element in me. I never stayed in a job for a job as such, job for in more than 4 years, actually. Even though the last 26 years I've been being a co-founder, and something which I love to do right from my college days. I have learned a little late to find my passion, probably. I call it, okay, the GPS, actually. You follow your GPS, because when you don't know, when you are not following the GPS, probably you will end up in a career which is not very happy, like which I didn't fully, but many of the students I know, many of the colleges and schools when I go, I think I tell them, probably, like, you know your GPS, follow your GPS. So that's what the English part of it, like, And today morning, in fact, my own website developer called me, sir, ഇന്ന് എനിക്ക് ആരെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് കിട്ടും അത്യാവശ്യമായിട്ട്, എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് കണ്ടന്റ് വേണം. ഞാൻ ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്? അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് മാഷേ. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇനി ഒരാളെ തപ്പിയെടുക്കാൻ പോവാം, ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒരാളെ എടുത്തിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുക. See, look at that opportunities. So and okay, GLOWE as such is actually now catering to that need also. You are actually, because this industry is going to only grow exponentially. I think in terms of job creation, I'm sure the content industry as such, whether it's English, Malayalam, or any other language, it is going to go up. And apart from the mass comm, verticals like advertising, journalism, and public relations, and of course now events also got into that mass comm umbrella. Any job you take it, any company and you take it, writers and speakers are going to rule the world, no doubt about it, I'm sure. So I must congratulate the entire GLOWE team for having this, for initiating this. I would say it's a great thing. And please let me know if I can be of any support, whatever small support I can extend to you. Please let me know. And
Definitely, sir.
sharing.
Definitely.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I'm glad I'm here. And I think even though I've never been, even I wanted to study St. Joseph's College in Trivandrum, but I didn't get admission because I didn't have marks in the 9th standard. In 8th standard, I didn't have marks, so in fact, St. Joseph's College in Trivandrum didn't let me in. That's so my father, being a government job, he got into a government school. But I think I just still, because learning a government school, I think I learned to survive, I would say. 4 കാലിലൊക്കെ വീഴുന്ന, നിങ്ങൾ പറയാല്ലേ, അതേപോലെ But then getting back to Joseph, it's always, in fact, they agree. 2 weeks back, I was with St. Joseph's Bangalore. Thanks to all those, I think, online stuff. But the first time I got an opportunity to get into St. Joseph's, I am also thanking Dr. Bindu, who was your alumni. She was a student of St. Joseph's. She is now the principal of Husur Public School. She also won the Best Principal Award for CBSE last year, I think. She's the one who connected me to Asha ma'am, and I'm actually acknowledging, her deed of introducing me to Asha Thomas. Thank you so much. I think thank you for listening to me. I mean, it's an honor for me to be with all of you. Thank you, Dr. Radha. I'm sure you have given me a lot of food for thought. Thank you so much for this occasion. And thanks for, this is actually not for me. The opportunities you have given to Public Relations Council of India as well as Young Communicators Club. I only a kind of a representative of these two. And I'm also thank my mentor, our chief mentor and our founder of Public Relations Council of India, MP Jairam, as well as our national president, Dr. Vinay Kumar. He's the first Malayali to become the national president of Public Relations Council of India. In fact, he has informed him. So the first question he asked me, when is St. Joseph's Irinjalakduda is opening the YCC? I said, I don't know. I'll request them this time. I'm there. They have invited me to do a presentation. We are all looking. PRCI is looking forward to have a YCC. I'm sure, like I've been talking to Mr. Sajo, he has been keep on asking questions. I think I'm trying my best to answer those questions. But it's always happened. The queries are always that will actually help both of us to clear each other. And maybe sometime in September, October, we look forward to have a chapter of INC. And I'm sure soon all this COVID drama will get over and we could all get to see in person. Okay. I always say, when I get into this, I have a request. Can you all switch on the camera? The two words you have been, can you tell me this one particular word in English I have actually for the last 1.5 years or 1 year, 3 months I've heard. Can you just tell me one particular word or one particular statement? In the last 1.5 years you have heard. Everybody says that. Just guess. One sentence. I think that's a sentence. I think that will get into a Guinness Book of World Records now. One particular statement. Any idea? Okay. Since I can't take much of a time. Am I audible? Once all this online said, am I audible? Everyone is the first thing before they start speaking. Am I audible? Can you hear me? This particular sentence is getting into Guinness Book of World Records now. So now, rather than, I think, it will change. Rather, I think probably by December, I think we all will not be hearing this particular sentence. Rather, we all will be able to meet. Congratulating once again the entire Department of English. And I think Assam, I was told that Assam is retiring this year. Is it?
Not this year, sir, in 23.
23, okay. So that's
Sister Asha is retiring. The principal is retiring this year. We have the same name. Both of us are Ashas.
Sorry, I made a mistake.
Sister Asha is retiring. I'm retiring in 23.
Okay, because
the confusion is always there, sir. The confusion is always there.
Yeah, 2 years is there, so you can see that the glow is actually glowing, right?
Yes,
so thank you for the opportunity given to PRC and YCC, and wishing the very best.
Thank you, sir.
May God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now the platform is open for an interactive session. The students may voice their thoughts now, and it's a golden opportunity for you to express yourselves. We have time for 2 or 3 questions. Over to you, dear students.
Good afternoon. I have a question to you, sir, Saram. How important is English? Yeah. How important is English language for our career growth in a corporate world?
Can I see the person who is speaking, or at least I couldn't get the name?
Sir, I have on my camera.
Annette.
Oh,
Sir,
Sorry,
it's
sorry,
Annette.
sorry.
Yeah.
I think Annette, right?
Yes.
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 Okay. You are asking for a literature person in English.
Yes.
Oh, in corporate world.
In a corporate.
I think if you could probably make it a little more, I would say, specific in the sense the corporate world is actually,
Yeah, and maybe I'm maybe for business students, like students preparing for like students who are studying subject on business, that not only
Oh,
literature, all.
okay. I would say like every when you say corporate, because that's a corporate world, when you say it's a very big one, like.
Yeah.
So, but then if you say industry based, when you are actually dividing this industry, for example, like fast moving consumer goods, then consumer durables, then or you could like a food industry, you would a travel industry, like that. I think or probably like now call it office automation industry. But now the buzzword is office automation, because every in fact it's office. Many of the companies, especially IT companies, in fact, are actually giving all kinds of support. You buy a computer, whatever computer you want to buy, you computer furniture, you buy a good chair, and you get a good dress also. Because I think it was always said, because everybody thought that like, it's online, you see only your top part of it actually. And I have seen many of my colleagues are actually wearing lungi and actually having a blazer and then having a meeting with me. That's how things. Like I the first time I would say in my career I've seen an English graduate coming into a corporate company. First is actually the public relations officers. I'm talking about the period of 80s and 90s. I'm talking about the public relations. Even now it's there, I wouldn't say, but then many of them, and especially the government companies, if you're talking about. And government Kerala, every state government has a big public relations department. If you see right now, our state of Kerala, I think most, I would say, hardworking people right now they're all on the toes. Are people in the public relation department, especially in the COVID time. I think that one of the there's many times that government departments are not working, at their efficiency at their best. No, I think at least one department, public relation department, you see everything, which includes even our chief minister is actually briefing us on TV every day on that COVID statistics, or all those things, like public relation department. So that is one area where an English literature department, I would say, when you're talking about government, one is actually the public relations job. Because the public relations person becomes a spokesperson for that particular organization. One. Second is actually the education. Many of the education, because I think the education part is also, I would say not in the government part of it. I would say education is actually largely in the private sector now. The government cannot cater to every need of education now. So because it's expanding like anything, and the world is changing every day. It's changing. So that is why we have a lot of institutions like yours. Why institutions are becoming autonomous? Because they don't want to, for the offering the best of education, you need to have less of the red tapeism and procedures. So that is why the autonomous concept came in. Like it doesn't from the. I'm sure like like all those, even though. I would say autonomous has a lot of work in terms of NAAC accreditation and re-accreditation and all those stuff to maintain continuous standard. So where education companies, including universities, including, when I say private institutions, they also become now part of the corporate world. Like even you look at Symbiosis or even Byju's. If you look at the Byju's is a one startup from Kerala which made it to the whole world now. Byju's always, Byju's, that there's a vice president, in Byju's in Mahesh, based out of Bangalore. He calls me sometimes like, "Hey Ram, I need a few write people who can write well, you know. So I said, okay, what is the kind of profile? I think they must be English graduates. So like that. Then when you look at the conventional, I would say advertising is definitely needs corporate people. Government, public sector, they have still a lot of newsletters to be done. They have a website updation, website content. All those things, government, even now, not only government departments, but public sector organizations. If you look at public sector, Indian Oil Corporation, Bharat Electronics, or steel, SAIL, all those people, they need still, apart from the public relations program. Then, training, another major training, they call it L&D, in probably the term called learning and development. Learning development has a lot of opportunities in India. Every corporate company has an L&D, which either comes part of an HRD department or becomes part of, I would say, employee education, like that. It goes various departmental names. They all need learning and departmenting is actually a lot of opportunities for write, speak, everything, and trade also. So that is another area where I said quite a few. Only thing is, I think I probably will not be able to share all the opportunities, but if you wish to, think maybe after this you could get in touch with me. I can send a mail to you, or those with all these more areas. Thank you. Thank you for your question. I hope I could answer you better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening.
Excuse me, I have a question to Radha, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Divya, go ahead.
Okay. So, ma'am, how far the importance of language empowerment in personality training improves the social skills of our daily life?
Yes. Personality, social skills, and language. That is your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. My dear students, let me tell you, your academic degree, or rather your resume, is just for rejection criteria when you seek a job. Resume is important only for rejection, I would say. And what the authorities seek is your skills, the skill set that you have. So that is what I told you, that you have to develop your confidence level first. And that is the first thing. Develop your confidence, develop your self-esteem, and just shirk off your shyness, get rid of this obsession with the grammar and all that. That is what you should do as the first step for honing your communication skills. And I would personally tell you that you should form groups in your own classes. With the native speakers, you can form groups each day. Now you can have online group discussions. Every day you learn new words, 5 words, and you apply them in sentences like that, and you discuss. So personality, because whenever you go for a job, it is what happens is the integrated person that you project before the interviewers. So it's very important. I am not lessening the importance of your academic achievements. That is there. It must be there, but it's only for as a rejection criteria. And later, you will be before an interview board. They will ask you questions. So you have to read a lot. You have to update your knowledge and keep yourself abreast of the times, the daily newspapers you should read. So for that, what you should do is you should form groups. I don't mean that you should get into some IELTS and TOEFL training institutes. The first training is from your own home, where you start communicating with your parents if they are educated. Sometime you just set apart. And with your native speakers, in the class, there will be many students who are fluent in English. Why don't you do that? Slowly, you will find your confidence level increasing. And that is the first step. So I always tell my students to start with the classroom, to start from home. And then slowly, you can just widen your arena and then start roping in people from other classes, your friends, like that. So this is what you should do. And it's very important. A mere degree in BA English or a post-graduation in MA English is not going to fetch you a job. So you have to have this communicative skills. So that's what you should do. It's very important, because, once you come and stand before or sit before the interview board, you communicate a message about your personality, about the what sort of person you are. So all this you will develop slowly but steadily through hard work. And remember, there is no shortcut to success. Only way for success is hard work. So you have to keep on striving. Slowly you will improve. Okay? I hope you got the point.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear enough?
It's enough.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. My question is to you. How does English play a major role in developing a person's individuality?
Yes, that is what I told you. Once you are confident, everything comes automatically. It develops automatically. It develops it is reflected on your personality. So first is boost your morale, boost your confidence, start reading, start communicating. No, don't just ignore the mistakes. I have heard many good speakers, they'll be committing some mistakes, but that doesn't prevent them from speaking because they are so confident. So first you have to boost your confidence. You don't be oppressed and suppressed by these norms of grammar. Grammar, of course, is important, but at the first, when you take the first step, what you have to do is you have to keep on building your confidence, building your self-esteem. That is what I always tell my students. Form small groups. Like that, you start talking. Now, when we ask you a question, an extempore, something, you just shy away. Why? Because you lack confidence. So what is needed is confidence boosting. That is what first you should do. And then you try to get into these exercises, and like that you can slowly develop. It's very, very important that you start from today onwards. You see, by today evening, I hope you will form groups and you can communicate online on a particular topic. Your very impression of this day, the project launch, like that. You just coin 5 sentences of your own and then air it. Share it with your students. That is how you build up your confidence. Okay, I hope you follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. These are all practical tips.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, my question is to Ram, sir. Sir, can you?
Yeah, please.
Sir, apart from the programs like IELTS, are there any ways to measure our language skills or the skills in our English language?
Well, if you are you in terms of, okay, I think probably like where I would take off from where Radha ma'am has said. This is one particular exercise we said. In fact, Radha ma'am, I'm going to do that actually with my colleagues now. Where there are a few members in my team who talk about it, says, okay, I'm not able to write English properly, or of course for their day-to-day job they do it doesn't need it. But then I respected for them to telling me that okay, that's their aspiration. So I think thank you so much for giving this tip to all of us. I think I should start that with my office actually. I'm also be part of it. I can also learn. And I think all this, I think testing, I think I'm talking about, okay, I'm not talking about uh, on a, on a, on a probably a teacher level or not that level, I'm on a trainer level. I'm talking purely on a professionals, on the job level only I can, right now, I'm actually talking to you. See, testing, like you said, okay, I said okay, content, okay, like ma'am said, okay, probably like obsession with the grammar and all. I am one person who actually learned delaying in speaking English because of my obsession with the grammar. I wanted to say was, where, and all those things, like and I get confused. Then actually, I was been earlier writing the proper language, proper sentence. Now with all those confusion, it's gone. I used to get marks. I remember my English sir, Balakrishna sir, who taught me English in 7th standard. Like in your last classes you did well. Then after that you came back. You came to me with sir, where this okay, was it or weren't or ought to be like that. Okay, I told you all those things. Now look at that. Now you actually scored less marks than your last class test. So I remember him when Radha ma'am said this actually. So probably you look at, okay, of course, when you write to content management and all those things, when content writing, well, you cannot go wrong in actually in your grammar that way. But then it not going to be, I think, a stickler, I think, in terms of, and moreover, I think now in terms of content management or content writing and all, okay, there are, I would say the old classical English, I would say, it's in my language, I would say classical English, or that is probably not, it's not written, I would say. So that is actually, so how effectively when it comes to, see, for example, somebody who is writing my company's website, I look at this actually, whether the person is able to convey what we wanted to convey to the viewer or the reader. So where it is not again, probably with the big and high sounding words. No, maybe it was very simple words. One. Second, in terms of, okay, I must say, I share this anecdote. One of the persons I always said, okay, like especially on Ranjini Haridas. Of course, she's the one I think all of you probably have known her. Even though she had studied in Choice School, one of the, I would say, best of the first corporate school have come into Kerala, Choice School, from the Choice Group, the big Choice Group. But she's been the first in the first batch of passed out 10th standard from there, +1 and +2 both. No, 10th as well as 12th actually. And she became a Miss Kerala in 2000. But then I have worked, my company has worked actually, I think probably at least 100 events with her as a compare. And she's the one who actually still, gets what she asks as a fee for comparing. I don't want to put in the amount, but definitely it is not more than 6 figure. At least he gets a 6 figure for probably doing a 1 to 1.5 hours comparing. And where she used to, in the beginning and all, she used to come and say, hey, sir, I have not told, I think my English is not right. I said, how can you say you learned actually in Choice School? But I don't know. I've learned. I said, don't bother. I get a feedback from the audience. Okay, and then I'll tell you. So then I checked an audience, I mean, the events, the people who were actually watching her event, I asked them, like, after the event, okay, good. She's good actually. Well, okay, there are one or two people say, okay, there are some mistakes in grammar where she used was, where, and all like, but then ultimately she conveyed it actually. That is what matters to us. That is actually when you're talking about a professional point of view in terms of, I'm talking about a compare. And writing part, okay, you cannot make mistakes in writing, probably you cannot structure a sentence wrong because that will confuse people. Then on the speaking front, well, again, it's the conveying part of it actually. So I think, and maybe Radha ma'am and Asha ma'am will always agree with me on that. English has got to do with the culture of the country. Probably, I think I was told many of the English speaking, when you go out, see, for example, like whatever you speak English in probably in Canada and America, sometimes you speak the same English in UK, in Europe, they might not like it actually. Probably especially when I had a friend who was made actually when he went to one of the English universities in England to teach. He was teaching here and then he was there. So he thought, okay, it was actually the England departing England. So I think so. He had a way of speaking English, like I shared in my felicitation speech, like Dr. Shankar Menon speaks. But then when he went to this college and started speaking, most of the students, sir, we don't want rhetoric and this high-sounding words. Can you teach us with simple words? That's how the change. The same person, after some time, he migrated to US. Then he migrated to US, and in fact, he was with Harvard for some time. Where he went to Harvard, and then he used to. There, in fact, the students appreciated his earlier way. Where he was, talking about terms. I would say, I think the lingo. That's what he was telling. Kind of certain trendy words and all those things like. So I think it all depends on what is the objective of this job. I think the right and wrong, well, like definitely there's a good grammar need to be followed that way. You cannot make a mistake when it is writing. See, I still say that's what most of my co-founders actually they tell me, okay, you are a stickler for this correct language. That is why the website is not getting on. It is not posted for the last 2 weeks. You have been sitting on correcting English. But then, well, maybe I'm from the old school. So I'm still, but now I said, okay, I don't take much time. I look at, okay, still my co-founders give me that assignment of looking approving the website content. But then I said, okay, now, okay, website is a website, but then you cannot write a wrong English where, it should be communicable, not necessary that it way. So I think it is relative, but then the basic language, I think basic grammar must be followed. That is where I incorporate this thing. And of course, it's from vary to vary. Say, when you are writing when you are a public relations officer, when you are writing a press release, well, you need to keep certain things, because sometimes when you go to a journalist who is actually look at was where, like that I was telling. But then simple, they're also simple. I think I have been even though I was not a full-time public relations professional, it was my dream to start a public relations company. So that's why in 2010, in fact, I started a company, in my own company, where it is the PR, actually, Impress PR. So the first set of trainees we got is actually, I was sitting with them, let us learn together. That's what I told them, writing a press release. So that's simple press release. But I said, you cannot go grammar. Okay, you have learned in such and such a college. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you can, because when you're taking it to a press, then they will ask, okay, this particular company ആണോ press release എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്, mistakes ആണല്ലോ, മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ലല്ലോ കാര്യങ്ങൾ. I think in profession, it is okay, the basic grammar and basic structure, all those things, but it's in simple. The language needs to be simple. That's also only the, I would say, evaluation part of it. Then varies from job to job. I hope, I think I cleared your doubt. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I hope we are done with the questions. So now I would like to invite Ms. Febina Mary Jacob, second PG student, to propose the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Febina.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Yes, okay.
Yes,
you are audible. Okay, sir, thank you. I am beyond delighted for the opportunity bestowed upon me today to thank all of you for gracing us with your presence on this auspicious occasion. GLOWE is a brainchild of a group of women of right reasoning planning to empower oneself and the rest by innovative language training and life skill orientation. This project has helped us to realize the plethora of opportunity a language can provide. It gives me immense joy to be a part of such a great endeavor. I deem it as my proud privilege to stand before you to place on record the contribution of every noble heart towards the success of today's event. First and foremost, let me thank our principal, Dr. Sister Asha Therese, for her unadulterated support in everything we do. Thank you, Sister. I take this opportunity to thank our former head of the English department, Dr. Radha P.S., for launching our program. It is indeed a lost opportunity that my friends and I didn't get to sit in your class, but we are lucky enough to listen to your wise words on this day. Thank you, ma'am, for igniting us with your invigorating words. I am truly elated to have Mr. Ram Menon, PRCI YCC Kerala, for felicitating the occasion. Sir, your words are inspiring and motivating for young girls like us. I express my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the Postgraduate and Research Department of English, St. Joseph's College. A special mention to the CHF management for funding our project GLOWE. I'm really grateful for their approval of our project. I would also like to thank our vice principals, Sister Blessy, Dr. Sister Eliza, Dr. Sister Rose Baston, our self-financing coordinator, and Dr. Sister Christy, our BIVOC coordinator. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Shali for our former HOD, who was also our PGA first year class teacher. Shali ma'am, thank you so much for everything you have done for us. You are literally the epitome of grace and poise, and I thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Then I extend my sincere gratitude to all the other retired faculty members of the department and distinguished guests who have graced this occasion by their presence. I am beyond humble to express my thank you to Dr. Asha Thomas, head of the English department. Asha ma'am has been our inspiration and model ever since we came here. She's the catalyst who stimulated us to push beyond our boundaries. When we thought the odds are against us to have a normal academic year and productive activities at college, she made it possible for us to believe that nothing can stand in our way if we have a purpose and aim. Her determinism and will made us to think outside the box and do something that we never tried before. Thank you, ma'am, for believing in us. I also want to thank Ms. Veena for comparing our program. I extend my gratefulness to all other teachers of our department for being our rock and the wind beneath our wings. This project wouldn't have happened if my fellow GLOWE members weren't hardworking and committed enough. Divya, Annette, Mariam, Grace and I were clueless when Dr. Asha pitched this idea of us working together on a project. But we proved ourselves as stronger than we thought we were. I'm extremely honored to have worked with you girls. I'm enormously thankful to Miss Naina Francis, our senior, for making a beautiful brochure for a program which you all have seen. Last but not the least, I express my deepest appreciation to my dear classmates and seniors for your unstinted support in making this event a resounding success. I am truly obliged for your participation. I would like to thank you all once again on behalf of our project GLOWE and the Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Irinjalakduda. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Fibina. So, by this, we drop the curtain on the event. Thank you all for being the part of this much awaited event. Thank you. See you all in the next event. Have a nice day.
Let the glow reach everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
true.
you. Thank you so much, Dr. Radha and Mr. Ram Menon, for staying so long with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.